Understanding carbon capture technology and its role in climate change. What is carbon capture technology? Carbon capture technology involves capturing carbon dioxide, CO2, emissions from sources like power plants and industrial processes before they reach the atmosphere. The captured CO2 is then stored underground or repurposed for other uses. The goal is to reduce the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere to help mitigate climate change. How does carbon capture work? The process typically involves three main stages: capture, transport, and storage. First, CO2 is separated from other gases during combustion or industrial activities. It is then transported via pipelines or ships to storage sites. Finally, the CO2 is stored underground in geological formations, where it cannot escape into the atmosphere. The potential for reversing climate change. While carbon capture technology is not a silver bullet, it has the potential to significantly reduce CO2 levels. By removing large amounts of carbon from the atmosphere, it could help slow the effects of climate change, particularly when combined with other strategies such as reducing emissions and transitioning to renewable energy sources. Challenges in scaling carbon capture technology. One of the biggest challenges of carbon capture is scaling it up to the level needed to make a significant impact. The technology is still in the early stages, and building the infrastructure to capture, transport, and store CO2 on a global scale is costly and complex. Governments and businesses need to invest heavily for widespread implementation. The cost of carbon capture and storage. Carbon capture technology is expensive, with the cost of capturing and storing CO2 being high compared to reducing emissions at the source. However, as the technology matures and economies of scale are achieved, the cost is expected to decrease. Financial support through carbon pricing and government incentives could make it more viable. Benefits of carbon capture for industry. Carbon capture offers benefits beyond climate change mitigation, particularly for industries that are difficult to decarbonize, like cement and steel manufacturing. It allows these sectors to continue operating while reducing their environmental impact. Additionally, captured CO2 can be used in other applications, such as producing chemicals or biofuels, creating a potential revenue stream. The role of carbon capture in net zero targets. Carbon capture plays a critical role in achieving global net zero emissions targets. While it cannot replace efforts to cut emissions at the source, it can act as a complementary solution for industries and regions where decarbonization is more challenging. It could also help offset emissions from sectors like aviation and shipping, where alternatives are still limited. Environmental concerns and risks. There are concerns about the long-term safety and environmental impact of CO2 storage. While geological formations are generally considered stable, there is a risk of leaks, which could negate the benefits of capture. Ongoing monitoring and regulation are essential to ensure that storage sites remain safe and effective over time. The future of carbon capture technology. Advancements in carbon capture technology are ongoing, with several large-scale projects already in progress. Future innovations could make the process more efficient and cost-effective, potentially leading to widespread adoption. Additionally, new methods, such as direct air capture, could make it possible to remove CO2 directly from the atmosphere. Conclusion. A tool, not a solution. Carbon capture technology holds significant promise in addressing climate change, but it is not a cure-all. It can play an important role in reducing atmospheric CO2, particularly in hard-to-decarbonize industries. However, it must be part of a broader strategy that includes emission reductions, renewable energy, and lifestyle changes to effectively reverse climate change.